Hello everybody, Chris here, and in this video I want to show you guys a modifier in Blender called Simple Deform, which you can use in order to get a perfect curve whenever you're trying to take a otherwise straight object and then you want to give it a curve, such as building a bridge. Or another example I'll show would be to take something straight and rectangular and turn it into a 360-degree donut curve. So let me go ahead and create a basic shape which we could use as the base for creating this bridge curve. I'm going to hit Shift A on the keyboard, go to Mesh, and let's just start with a basic cube. So I'll take this cube, I'll move it upwards, hit 3 to go into Face Select, and I'll grab these faces and pull them out to roughly make the shape of the bridge that we want. Maybe we also want to select the top face with G, lower it down, and I'm hitting Z to scale in the Z axis only. And let's just continue pulling these out until we have basically a giant plank of wood that is a perfectly straight bridge across. So now we want to take this giant sheet of wood and give it a curve so that it looks more like a cartoony bridge. So the first thing we're going to need to do is to take this cube and add on the Simple Deform modifier. So we're going to add the Simple Deform modifier to this bridge. I'm going to left click it and then go to Add Modifier and choose Simple Deform. Now, in order for this to work properly, to bend it into a bridge shape, we need to choose Bend here, and then we can add a empty to our scene to use as the origin object to determine the orientation of our bend so that it bends in the direction that we want, basically. So I'm going to hit Shift A, and I'm going to add a empty as a new object into the scene. So I'll just go ahead and choose plane axes here and make sure you're in object mode so that you can add this in as a separate thing. So now on this cube 6, I'll just rename this bridge. Let's go into the Simple Deform modifier, and then I'm going to select that empty from our scene. So in this, I'm going to select empty, and note that so that all of these transforms are just defaulted, I'm adding this to the origin point of the scene. So that's position 0, 0, 0 if you're talking X, Y, Z. If you haven't moved your 3D cursor, then that would be the default point for it. If you do need to reset the 3D cursor so that you add it here properly, you can hit Shift S, and then you can choose cursor to world origin before you create the empty. So now we need to go back to the Simple Deform on the bridge. And I'm going to choose Z axis here. So we're going to be bending around the Z axis. Now, we don't see much bending yet because if I hit Tab to go into edit mode, you can see that we don't have any separation of this face on top. It's just one single face all the way across. So depending on how much resolution we want to give to this bridge, basically how smooth we want the curve to end up, we want to add a set number of loop cuts in order to increase that resolution. So if we hit Tab on the bridge to go into edit mode, you can see that this face on top expands the entire length of this bridge and that there's no other edges or faces along this length. So there's nothing really for the modifier to bend yet. So we could handle this a couple ways. We could subdivision surface the bridge, or we could just add a bunch of loop cuts. So I'm going to hit Control R to add loop cuts. So hovering over the center of our mesh, it's going to create one down the center, but I'm actually going to scroll on the middle mouse wheel to add more loop cuts. So the more loop cuts you add here, the smoother your curve is going to end up looking. So let's just add, I don't know, 8 or so. I'm going to left click here, and then you should see right clicking to get rid of that loop cut slide. So they're basically centered around the center. But you can basically see the bend is now starting to look like what we want, except it's still in the wrong direction. So if we hit Tab to get out of edit mode, left click on our empty object and hit R to rotate the empty object, I'm going to type in a number here. Let's try 90 degrees. Still not giving us the right bend. So you can try X in order to change the rotation to the X axis. And now you can basically see the bridge is going to look completely inverted. So what we actually want to do is rotate it 270 degrees. So if I hit R to rotate, X to rotate on the X axis, and 180 degrees to add 180 degrees to our 90-degree rotation for a total of 270, and we'll hit enter. Now we essentially have this basic bridge shape. So if we select the bridge mesh, hit G to move it, hit Z to move it on the Z axis, we can just pull this up to wherever we need it. And just like that, we have a curved bridge going across these two platforms inside of our scene. So of course, this bridge is super low poly. And if we were to have added more loop cuts, then it would be a smoother curve across. I could also just select it and hit Control 1 to subdivide it. And essentially, the more faces we're going to have with this simple deform, the smoother this curve is going to look until we go ahead and apply it. So if I hit Control Z to undo the subdivision surface and I hit Control 4 to do a 4-level subdivision, you can see that this is really smooth now. So I want to hide all of this, and I'll show you how you can use the bend to basically take something straight and rotate it into something like a 360-degree donut. So I'm going to just hide all of these objects. So let's just pull them into a new collection and hide all of them. So I'm going to hit Control A to add a new cube. Let's pull this away from the center. And then at the center, we'll add in another plane axis empty. Same deal as before, we're going to be using the simple deform modifier. So I just want to stretch this so that it's not a cube, but more like a long rectangular shape. So I'll hit 3 to go into face select, and I'll just pull these faces out with G and then X to stretch along the X-axis only. I'll pull this out as well. So now we have a shape that we can roughly bend into a donut. Of course, like before, this entire length is only one face. So if we want to get a decent resolution, we're going to need more cuts in the surface, either subdividing or loop cut. So I'm going to do loop cut with Control R. Let's add a whole bunch of cuts here. I'll just left click, and then I'm going to right click to get out of the slide mode because I just want it to stay centered there so that it's equal on both sides. And now let's add in the simple deform modifier. Add modifier, simple deform. Okay, we want bend and Z axis. And now I'm going to use the dropper with this empty. So if we needed to orient or offset this bend, then we could use this empty axis for it. So you can kind of see, you can rotate and move the axis, and then that's going to affect the simple deform. But we're just going to set 360 degrees for the angle here. And actually, I suppose you don't even really need the empty axis in this case. So we've created something of a donut or nut shape. But although we don't technically need the empty, you can still use it if you need to modify this. So rotating this around, you can see you can twist and deform the simple deform even more, and just controlling it through this empty. Of course, you can always go over here to object properties and type in specific values if you want to try like 90 degrees on the X rotation, or maybe 45 on all three of them. And you can just kind of get some crazy twist shapes going on there. So you could just not have the empty and be able to bend your object into a 360-degree circular object. So that's pretty much going to be it for a couple examples of how you can use the simple deform modifier to bend your objects into a curve or a circular shape. And it's really handy because as long as your edges that you're trying to bend are spaced out evenly with each other, you're going to get a perfect curve when you do it this way. And you wouldn't need to do any guesswork trying to manually shift around your edges. This will just make it look nice every time. So that's pretty much going to be it for this video. I've been Chris. I hope all of you learned something. Thanks for watching, and I will see you all in my future video content.